Sometimes you just gotta move the focus on the lens a quarter turn. Bam! Then it comes in, right? You know, your brain is this very powerful thing and it understands, but then there's this little bit. All right, now put it into words where the frontal cortex, oh my God, that's what it is. And I had one of those epiphanal moments. I was driving out to the Montanas, which is over there, and I was on the motorcycle. And Montana is not all mountainous. The eastern third is pretty desert-like and boring, and you gotta go through a piece of Wyoming, and, what you see pictures of Montana, that's basically the western half. So some long, boring riding through it, and you stop in small towns like Broadus, Montana, because that's the only town out there. And you know what they got in Broadus? They got gas, which is kind of important if you're a motorcycle rider going through it. So I'm filling up the gas tank, and, with motorcycle, unless you get the high-end helmets with the Bluetooth, which maybe one day I'll afford myself. Maybe one of the day that's where, after I contribute my IRA and do all the right things, maybe Cappy someday will splurge the extra money on a helmet with Bluetooth speakers inside. But I don't have that, and then you gotta sit and think, and then what I end up doing is pulling over a lot because I'm sitting and thinking like, "Oh, I got an idea," and I gotta type it in my phone, take off my gloves. But I had been sitting there thinking as I'm filling up, I can't wait to get to the mountainous part. And then boom, lightning strike out of the sky. It was a clear day, but it hit me in the head. Why do you get gas, right? Why do you get gas, whether it's a car or a motorcycle? And the answer is so that you can go places. In other words, you don't go to the gas station to get gas to then stay at the gas station. Whether it's driving around the gas station, going into the gas station and going potty, getting whatever chips and soda at the thing, get an icy or a slushy, right? You get gas so that you leave the gas station. Even that's still defining it, but your purpose of getting gas is still defined by the gas station. Well, to leave the gas station. No, it's to go out and drive around and do everything else that is not the gas station, right? Literally, the only reason you go to the gas station is to permit you to do everything else that isn't involved with the gas station. How is that any different than work? And if it's not any different than work, why are all you girl bosses and some of you dude bros having your entire life be at the office? Right? It it's no different than putting food in your stomach or putting money in your bank account. It's the guy you go to the office to get money so that you could go and do literally everything else not at the office. And man, I understand wanting to be financially stable. I understand wanting to put the 80 to 120-hour work weeks in to prove and get early on, make your investments early, exponential growth, power of compound interest, get out. I understand that. But it's not an opinion. All you workaholic types, all you, I gotta get my career, all you girl bosses, all you dude bros, you're all wrong. You spending all your time at the office, putting your career, putting your profession as the most important thing in your life. That's what defines me. Oh, so you just like literally 50 million other girl bosses with your worthless horseshit degree, and you dude bros are literally the same old washed up, debt-ridden dude bros with your finance degree bros, like everyone else. You're defined by your title at work. So you're just calm. That's my whole point. You're common. You're not unique. You're not special. And all you do is go to work for the sake of work. You're wrong. You're wasting your time. That's no different than going to the gas station, filling your car up with gas, and driving it around the gas station, maybe taking potty breaks, maybe getting a bag of chips. And that's your fucking life. You never leave the fucking gas station with a vehicle that's meant to travel, with the body and a mind that's meant to go and explore and experience life. I didn't stay in Broadus and drive around the gas. Well, I actually did stop. There's a nice a coffee shop in Broadus, Montana. If on the very obscure chance you're going through, stop at the coffee shop in Broadus. Where is it in Broadus? You'll see it's the only one on the only paved road going through town. But I got my gas. I got my gas. I left the gas station, and then I drove the motorcycle around in the mountains. I experienced travel. You guys who are going to the office, who just, that's my purpose. It's my career. It's the most important thing. I'm a fill-in worthless fucking role in society that you are compensated dollars for. I'm a really good project manager. Someday I'll make regional director. Fine, you've upgraded from 87 octane to premium. You got a promotion, great. Your gas is now 91 octane. Bravo, Becky. That is how sad your life is. For those of you where the most important thing about you is your career and your profession, and that's your life, you go to work and you got the whatever Pizza Fridays, of course, the fucking internet. God Christ. You got your Pizza Fridays, you got your meetings. We're going happy hour, bro. Dude, you're wasting your life. No different than getting a full tank of gas. You're just driving around the gas station. I'm kind of hoping that little tweak, the little turning of the lens. Okay, it's just going to be like this, I guess. Yes, it's going to be like this. The turning of the lens came into folk. Does that make sense now? To all you idiot corporal wage slaves, all you middle manager fuckwits, does that make sense now? I don't know, maybe go raise your kids, spend time with your family. If you don't have a family, for fuck's sake, will you leave the fucking office? Does that put remote work into context? Work is a fucking tool to give you the money to go fucking live your life, just as gas is a tool to get your car out of the gas station and drive around. There's nothing more. I got nothing else to say about it. That was the only observation. But does that make it clear? Does that put things into context? But I have nothing else to live for. Well, before you die, go find something fun. There's a thing called sex. I don't know if you heard of it. That's a fun activity. It's consequence-free now, I hear, because of some technological event. Whoa! Okay, fine. I'm fine. I don't know which group of people will be like the anti-sex crowd. I'll give you a hint. Australian Christian feminists are kind of against it. A little clue. What about literally anything else? How about you go out and travel? How about you go get a sandwich? How about you go for a walk? How about you adopt a puppy? How about you play some video games? How about you just get a good night's rest? Literally anything but staying at the gas station. I have a thing. Well, I don't know what to do. What do I do? That's all I know. Okay, I got two resources linked below. The menu, Life Without the Opposite Sex. By the way, you could go and form loving, fun sexual relationships with other people. I won't go into that because that's like apparently complicated. I won't say who made it complicated. Obviously, say it's complicated. Wonder which people make it complicated. What? It's very difficult to figure that one. Somebody fetch Sherlock Holmes. So since that's a complicated one, there's some easier shit to do. And I wrote a book called Menu, Life Without the Opposite Sex. Not because I'm some sad incel or anything like that, but half y'all ain't getting married. I won't say who's. I'm not going to point fingers. But a certain group of people are definitely not interested in marriage and children. And so they forecast 45% of you youngins are going to be without a husband or a wife. So that's a significant percentage of the population. So you better figure out something to do that isn't the fucking gas station. So there you go. It also has a male and female menu. Not pointing fingers, not saying people are just different folks, different strokes. To give you purpose and meaning and something to do in life that isn't work. And then if you were, not to say the menu isn't serious, it's actually quite deep and philosophical, at least the men's menu. The women's menu is not deep and philosophical at all. What? No, go read it. Why isn't it? Would you girls follow something deep and philosophical? It's all Oprah trash you want. I refined it and made it better Oprah trash, more addictive Oprah trash. You girls want like the men menu anyway. It's like, broccoli and working out and responsibility and existential. It's very boring, very boring. You wouldn't like it. Then there is if you want something more seriously, funny, haha, men, women, different, tongue in cheek removed. If you want something more serious, zero world problems. If you need something to focus on that's tangibly going to improve your standards of living, and the vast majority of the items in this book are not financially related. Go get zero world problems, standards of living in a post-materialist economy, and you will have plenty of stuff to do because I consolidate everything into a 2-page to-do list, and it will keep you occupied easily for 4 years of your life if you tackle it aggressively. If you're the typical fat, lazy, slothful American pig, you'll never get the stuff done. But I don't know, if you don't wanna piss away your life, you want a good life, there you go. That's what you can do. Any super chats, no super chats. There you go. What the hell is a woman doing? What is a woman doing in my chat room, Jesus Christ? Where's Atham? He's supposed to keep these women folk out of here. All right. See you guys later, Toodles.